Hey, what's up, guys? It's Johnny FD, and I am in Bali, and this is my income report for the last 31 days, March 1st to 31st. It is now April, and I am still in Bali. I was supposed to leave. If you guys watched my last month's update as a digital nomad traveling around, kind of hated Bali when I first came here, and to be honest, I still kind of hate Bali. The infrastructure is not very good. The Wi-Fi sucks. It's just a pain in the ass to do anything, but there's a beach a block away from me, and I'm learning to surf, and that makes it good enough to be here. So this, unfortunately, is going to be one of my last income reports. I've been doing them for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now. July 2014 was my first one, and I've done them every single month since. I've shown you screenshots of all of my income from all my different sources. And I think what I'll do is still do some type of quick update. But if you guys have been following the journey, as you know, I am retired now, and I'm taking at least a few years off just to chill, to surf, to get back in shape, to kind of enjoy life, travel a little bit more. So I don't want to spend all this time creating these monthly income reports just because honestly, I'm tired. It takes so long, and they've gotten more and more detailed since this one here. I started 2 days ago, so this is day 3 of writing it, taking screenshots of everything, going in to do all my counting, recording this video. I have to edit it, upload it, and it just takes forever. So let me know in the comments below what about these monthly income reports or updates you guys get the most out of, and I will make sure to include that in my shorter updates. I'll probably still do a video. If you guys enjoy these videos, let me know. Things that people said that they like is seeing more about the travel, like where I'm going, what the Wi-Fi situation is like, what the cost of living is like. Some people like to see that big number. How much did you earn this month while location dependent, while traveling around? How much were your expenses? How much did it cost to live in different places? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. But let's jump straight into this month's income report. So it is March. I am in Bali, and I've been in Bali the whole month. I got here on the 28th of last month, and all I've been doing is surfing, yoga, and going scuba diving. There's a bunch of videos and previous posts about diving, but here's one that I just uploaded now for this post. Check it out. Diving is amazing. If you haven't done it, please come out to Bali, come out to Thailand, do some diving. I also spent about half the time up in Ubud, which is a much better digital nomad destination than Canggu. Canggu only has one co-working space, the dojo, and it sucks. I don't recommend it. It's overpriced. I don't feel welcome there. It's not comfortable to work in. And this isn't just me. This is, pretty much everyone I've talked to that I met in cafes or other digital nomads or other entrepreneurs who have been in Canggu, who I've met. Ubud, on the other hand, is great. There's 2 great co-working spaces. I think in general, if there's only one space and they have a monopoly, they don't have to be good. They can charge whatever they want. They can, they can do whatever they want. They can dictate all the rules, even if they're stupid rules. But in Ubud, there is Ubud, which is the original. So always try to support the original. But Outpost came in, and they're like, you know what? Let's charge a fairer price, and let's make the space better with better seats and better ergonomics. So check out those 2. I wrote and post about both of them on my blog, johnnyfd.com. Take a look at those. But I like Ubud. If I was still working as a entrepreneur and I was still building businesses, I would probably honestly be back in Chiang Mai. But if I had to be in Bali, I would be in Ubud. Just better community there. Canggu is really a place to come if you have passive income, if you're retired, or if you're taking a break, if you're just traveling, you just want to surf. Then come to Canggu. You can always come here on weekends. It's only like a little bit over an hour away. But Ubud would be the place to base yourself. So income. I haven't worked all month. And next month I'm actually looking forward to working even less. I think now it's still kind of in the habit. I wake up, I'm like, well, I'm gonna get breakfast, so I might as well bring out my laptop, check in to do things, and I was gonna wrapping a couple things up. But income from books, almost $200, 191. And what's awesome is this is completely passive income that I'm going to continue getting even when I completely stop working. And big shout out to the 2 people who left these reviews for the month. We have Auxilia and Ashgrok. So glad you guys enjoyed 12 Weeks in Thailand. And if you guys haven't yet, read Life Changes Quick, which is the second book. from Udemy, another completely passive income source. And you can tell this month it's 100% passive because my promotion activity was $0, which means I did not send a single person to buy any of my courses on Udemy. Again, Udemy is usually low price courses that are on sale all the time. They're like more like bite-sized courses, but there's some good stuff on there. You can check out my stuff. I don't even think I have a link to it here, but it's 100% passive income, which is great. So for dropshipping, which was my main bread and butter, I actually looked back at my old income reports. If you go back to July 2014, I made, I think it was like close to $6,000 in profit from my original store that month, and the next month was like around there 2, 4, or 5,000, and that used to be my 100%, or 99% income. I had a little bit of money from Kindle books, and then dropshipping that was it. But if you've noticed in the last year or so, I haven't been focusing as much attention on it, just because, to be honest, running an e-commerce store is like running any business, like running a restaurant or running like, some kind of like, furniture store back in the US. It's exciting when you're building it, but after a while you get a little bit bored and you want to do something else. So that's how I've been feeling this last year or so, which is why I haven't been as excited about starting new stores or, even optimizing and paying attention to this one. So when Larissa told me that she was buying a house and needed the money, I was happy to sell our store that we had together. If you've been following the journey, you'll know that I sold my first store for a little bit less than 60 grand. I think it was 57,650 after all the fees and everything. This one we actually got a little bit more than 60,000 for, 60,335 to be accurate, I guess. And because Larissa helped me start the store, she helped me build it this couple of years, I gave her half. Big tip to everyone out there who is in some kind of partnership: make sure you have it written down somewhere, because Larissa didn't have her name on anything. Like she didn't, she didn't own the domain or the Shopify account, or we didn't have a contract or anything. But because we're on great terms and she helped me build the store, I was happy to give her half. But trust me, guys, if you guys are in a partnership, make sure that's in writing, because it could be a pain in the ass if one person thinks they deserve more. The other person, just decides like, hey, whatever. So that's my tip of the day. But in general, partnerships are hard and don't work, especially with your ex-girlfriend. So I'm a little bit glad that the store is gone, because even though we're still friends now, it's still awkward having a business with your ex. Now we actually still talk to each other once in a while, probably once a week. We actually message each other to see how everyone, each other is doing. But now we know it's just because we're friends and we care about each other, not because we have to for work. So this is my last dropshipping store that I own. I actually still have partial ownership in some of the partner stores that a couple of them are actually being profitable. They haven't sent me over their accounting, so I didn't include it here, but one of them did 10K in sales, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty excited to get a little bit of money for that, even though I only own 25% of it. And I'm a silent partner, so I helped them build it up. I still answer questions once in a while. I actually just met with Tyler the other day to help optimize the store, but aside from that, I'm not actually running it day to day. So I am completely retired out of dropshipping for now, and I don't plan on starting any new stores anytime soon, mainly because I'm not planning on starting any business anytime soon. But I'm so happy and fortunate that I had started with this. So I still recommend e-commerce as the best first way to get into online business, because it's so much easier to wrap your head around selling physical products than it is a digital product or a service or creating an app or learning how to code. I know there's some people out there who are great at coding, and if you're great at that, do that. But if you're like me and you really didn't have that many tech skills, e-commerce, and especially dropshipping, where you don't have to buy the inventory up front, you don't have to ship anything yourself, I think it's still a great way. There's tons of information on my blog on how I got started and how you guys can too. But I'm excited that this month's profit that actually got deposited in my bank, it was $30,167. So $30,167 in my bank from my dropshipping store. And this is amazing. And that is half of our sale price. This store actually did pretty well this month. I don't think I'll have access to this dashboard going forward. But for now, he still has me on as an admin, just because I've been kind of answering questions, helping out a little bit. But this store did 15,600 in sales this month. I don't have access to the accounting, so I don't know how much he actually made in profit. But I would guess around $2,000 or so, or maybe a little bit more. But unfortunately, I don't get any of that money. Last month, I made $2,273 in profit last month from the store, which is actually half of what it made in total. So Larissa got half, so it made $4,400, which is a great month. So this month I actually think maybe it actually did more than that. Maybe I would guess $3,000 or more, maybe even 4 if he was lucky. But I don't get any of that because I sold the store to him. But what I do get is half of the $60K, which is $30K. And what am I doing with that money? Investing it. So here is some of the kind of details about what I invest in. It's all in the links. You can look at it there. But basically, that 30 grand is all going to go into index funds and in real estate that pays interest. So I use something called Pure Street, which I'm a big fan of after having them on the Invest Like a Boss podcast. And I kind of saw how well run the company is. I like getting a guaranteed, 7 or 8% interest every month. So this month I made close to $300 in just interest from that. It's $297.59. And with my index funds, it's down this month. It's actually down $900. But if you look at the chart, that's just the way it is. It goes up and down. And I've never actually counted the ups or the downs because it doesn't really matter until you sell it. And I don't plan on selling this for a long time because I'm basically holding it until I actually need it one day. But in total, I've actually made 10% returns on my index funds. Pretty happy with that. So I'm not going to count the ups and downs just because it'll just be a mess every single month. But I do count the dividends that it pays out or interest that it pays out. And I'll keep you guys updated on that. So what I did make money from is my YouTube channel, which is amazing because I would make these videos anyways. Like all my videos I made this month were scuba diving videos. I think I put out 3 scuba diving videos. And I know most people don't care about it. I'm never going to make any money from these scuba diving videos. But guess what? I like doing it. And this is what I enjoy. I was a dive master for 4 years. I love fish. I love photography. I love videography. I love editing it. This is a hobby that makes me happy. And if only, a couple hundred people watch it, which are mostly like my friends that I know, my family and friends of friends, cool. It was worth my 8 hours of editing. I know that if I spent those 8 hours creating a video about making money online or something, I could probably get 100,000 views. But honestly, I don't care because I'm just trying to enjoy life and I like doing it. So profit from YouTube, surprisingly, I made over $100 this month. And a quarter of that was actually from the Nomad Summit. So $25 from the videos. All the videos are released for free on the Nomad Summit YouTube channel. So check them out there. And even though it sounds great to make $25 a month, we spent like thousands of dollars hiring a professional video crew, audio engineers, editing the videos and getting them, polished on there. So I don't think we'll ever make that money back from the YouTube ads, especially not $25 a month. But hey, this great source of passive income that I didn't know I was going to get. So I'm happy with that. My computer's running out of space, so I just turned off the camera. But after YouTube, we have our courses. We have the Earnest Affiliate course, which is my course where I basically have been sharing exactly what I've been doing to make all this freaking affiliate income for the last 2 years now. And the reason why I've been working so hard these last 2 years, honestly, wasn't even really just for myself. That extra income has been really nice, but my big picture was to basically use myself as a guinea pig, figure out what actually works, try all these things on myself, be able to break it down and be able to share what actually works and how to make money with your online, traffic, whether it's your blog or YouTube channel or your email list or your Instagram or your social media following, whatever it is. And I've been updating my videos. I haven't actually sat down to record all the new ones yet, but that is coming. I know I've been talking about it for a long time, but this is the one thing that I actually plan on doing this year. And to be honest, it's not, I know, I guess it's work, but it's more like I really enjoy doing this. These are kind of more hobbies. I like seeing other people succeed, and I could just leave it, honestly. Like, it would be a lot easier if I just left it. I would continue making $1,000 a month from my course, but I really want to give the best updated information. So everyone who's already part of Earnest Affiliate or anyone that signs up this month, you will get free access to the new course, the updated course with all the new videos. But if you guys do wait, I guarantee you the price will go up whenever I get around to actually recording it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the next month or two just to chill and scuba dive and surf. But the next time I'm somewhere with good Wi-Fi and nothing to do, then I'm going to record all the videos again and release that again. So $1,000, $1,131 from my course. Pretty happy with that. From podcasts, really excited that both my podcasts actually make money now. I've been doing these podcasts now for 3 years, really just because I like doing it. It's a hobby. But TripStreak has sponsored Travel Like a Boss. They are a flight search company that lets you have preferences like, do you like seats that only completely lie flat? You don't want any half reclining seats that they still call business class, or some people really like flying red eye so they can sleep over the night, and some people hate it. So you can put those things as your preferences. And then for our other podcast, Invest Like a Boss, we got our first sponsor, which is SaneBox. And what they do is they allow you to have inbox zero. It's like a smart algorithm where they go and they file away all your unnecessary emails and then only show the ones that are actually important. And then they have different tabs where you have things like saying later, or things that are not vital right now, but things you want to look at. And then you have the same black hole where you basically drag that there and you never hear from that person again. So it's pretty cool. I have inbox zero all the time. And honestly, I'm sure, you can do it without it. I mean, I did it without it, but if you have hundreds or thousands of emails in your box, you probably need it, because if you would have done it on your own without it, you would have done it by now. So you can check them out if you want to support the show. But now these both podcasts are making a little bit over $1,000. So, and this is a hobby. I mean, I like doing the podcast. I don't really consider it a business. I don't think Sam does either, because neither of us made money all last year for Invest Like a Boss. If anything, we were actually losing about $600 a month just from like editing and paying for marketing and things like that. But now it is actually profitable and it gives us more incentive to continue doing the show, even though we like doing it anyways. So big shout out to everyone who's left reviews on the iTunes store for the podcast or have subscribed. Check them out if you haven't already. So my biggest source of income for the last maybe year or two has been my affiliate income, which is actually other income. I think the affiliate tag is very confusing for people because it can literally mean anything. There's a million ways to do affiliate marketing. Most of the time when you hear affiliate marketing or someone that does affiliate marketing, what they're doing is they're buying ads somewhere, either on a network or even through Facebook or Google. Then they're sending people directly to an affiliate offer, maybe through a squeeze page where they get your email, whatever it is. I do earnest affiliate marketing, I guess. I don't even just call it marketing. It's basically just monetizing existing traffic on things that you would have done anyway. So whether it's your podcast or your email list or your blog, and you basically recommend things that you personally use and that you would recommend to other people, like regardless. So I spent a lot of energy these last couple of years building up my own income, and luckily a lot of that's still gonna remain and be passive, but I am probably not gonna be growing it much anymore, just because it takes so much effort and time to create different niche sites, or create these reviews, or write these these long emails. I just want to take a break. I've already kind of proven that I know what I'm doing in the affiliate world, and I have enough case studies and knowledge there where I can focus on helping other people with theirs. But for me, I'm just going to let it coast. So expect this income to drop a little bit. But I'm very happy making a couple grand from it every month as completely passive income from things that I've done in the past. And if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, here's some very easy examples. I like using the Amazon commissions as an example, because it's one of those things where, e-commerce or physical items is very easy to understand for anybody, even if you're just starting. So for example, if you look at all the different USB mics on here, the Samsung Go mic, the ATR 2100 is probably on here. Maybe it's on the second page, but even just like these windscreens and these other, random microphones, these are things that I've done reviews on, both in blog form, through an email autoresponder, as well as video, that still pay me every single month. So, it might only be $100, but that is money that I get every single month for doing nothing now, even though I put in the work, maybe 2 years ago. Here's another screenshot from one of the other affiliate networks that I'm part of. And you can see my income from that. It's been pretty consistent for the last couple of years, a couple grand from that one. And in total, $6,744 this month from my affiliate income, which I'm pretty happy with. And of course, I have expenses. In March, I've been in Bali the whole month, and I think it's about 25% more expensive than Chiang Mai when you factor in things like transportation and food and housing. There's some things that are comparable, maybe even a little bit cheaper, but in general, everything's a bit more expensive. I have my business expenses. The social media intern, her job was basically to upload all the photos from the Nomad Summit. I don't think I'm going to continue having that next month or up and basically until the next Nomad Summit tickets go on sale, because there's not really a reason to. I really just had her uploading all the footage and on pictures from this last event, and then kind of like retweeting, giving shouts out to people who have came and thanked them. I don't really think there's going to be an ROI for that until we actually start selling tickets again. So that $300 expense is going to go away. I also didn't join a co-working space this year with this month in Bali, so that's zero. But I had a lot more expenses. For example, my hotel, even though I got a good deal for extended trips and staying here longer, and I'm only really paying about $30 a day for my hotel, it's still about 3 times the price of what I was paying for my condo in Chiang Mai with a long-term lease. And I said this is pretty comparable. My place in Chiang Mai was bigger because it was a 1-bedroom. This is just like a hotel room. But, I get daily maid service here. It has a great pool. I'm a block from the beach. So I can't complain. $900 is less money than I was spending for a crappy studio apartment in LA. So very happy living in a hotel for $900 a month. Also, it includes utilities and internet, so I don't have to pay for that because it's a hotel. But I had to pay $30 for my mobile data, which was a complete ripoff in Bali because it's much cheaper if you buy it in an actual shop. But at the airport, they just rip you off, just like they do with transport. So transport was a lot more money. And food here is a lot more expensive. Not because local Indonesian food is that expensive. It's just that you end up not eating it all the time because it's not as tasty as Thai food. It gets a little bit boring. And in Canggu, there's not really that many like super local spots like street food. There's restaurants that are cheaper, which we eat at, at least once a day. But in general, we're eating like what I would call Australian food because all the owners of restaurants in Canggu are Australian. And it's good food. It's like a lot of Western kind of healthy food. But it's a lot more expensive. So I spent probably double what I would have spent in Thailand. And I haven't even been drinking. I think I only had beer one night. So all in all, my travel expenses were a lot more. I've been surfing, I've been scuba diving, but it's not that bad. And as far as donations, I still have all my recurring ones, and still giving my mom $1,000 a month, even though I'm not working anymore. So hopefully that, to be honest, I'm actually glad I have that, because if it wasn't for committing to pay for all her bills and expenses, I think I would get even, I don't want to say lazier, but I would, care about money even less. So now, even though I'm not working and I'm, basically retired, I still want to have some income because I want to be able to take care of her. And that's kind of the only reason why I still continue, thinking a little bit about money and making sure that my passive income is at least, $5,000 a month, because I want to be able to give $1,000 to her while being able to save up for my own, life and kind of as I get older, as well as pay for my travel and living expenses. But I'm really, really happy that we have raised a ton of money for the Biotrail project, which is part of Warm Hearts Worldwide. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's in Thailand. There is the burning season, which is terrible for people's health. For me, I was able just to leave because I can travel. That's why I'm in Bali, and that's why so many of my friends and other digital nomads are in Bali right now, because everyone's left for the burning season in Thailand. But old elderly people, Thai people, little kids, poor people, they can't leave. And thousands of people die a year from respiratory illness because of the smoke. And there's a bunch of fucking idiots in Chiang Mai digital nomad groups and on Facebook groups that claim, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it's just like smoking a cigarette, and fuck these people. Like they don't care about their own health. That's fine, but if it's not a good thing for anybody, and if you don't care about your own health, that's on you. But I'm a big believer that everybody should have clean water and clean air. I think these are just vital things. So I have supported the biochar project now for over a year. I've been donating every single month, and this last month I've committed to matching all donations up to $1,000. So if you guys want to support, click on this link here and donate, and I will match your donation. So right now we've raised $15,522, and the goal is to end burning season forever by giving farmers an alternative to the burning. And biochar is awesome. So big supporter of that. And I'm very, very happy that with the sale of my store, as well as all my passive income, managed to make $39,000 this month online while in freaking Bali surfing and not working hardly at all this month. And next month, obviously that income's going to go down a lot because a lot of that was from selling the store, but I'm still going to, be pretty happy having tons of passive income while being able to just, chill and retire and just enjoy life. So what did I actually learn this month from traveling around? I think it is money isn't everything. And, it's kind of hard to say that after, being so excited in this photo and having this big number. But to be honest, money isn't everything. The happiest I ever was between when my income was between $3,000 and $5,000 a month. If you haven't watched my talk from last year's or this year's Nomad Summit, click on the link there or look for my video on YouTube. And that's where I talk about the digital nomad's hierarchy of needs and the levels that we are and what our goals and our, kind of what fulfills us. And when I was making, $3,000 to $5,000 a month, I was in great shape. I had very little stress. I had a lot of free time. I was very happy. I was very fulfilled. And I think I'm okay with going back there. I mean, I like having a big nest egg in the bank just in case. So I'm glad I worked my ass off this last couple of years to get to the $500,000 in the bank mark. But now I think as long as my income is, $3,000 to $5,000 a month, I'm happy. I don't need that much money. I travel pretty frugally. I'm a minimalist. I think the only time I'll ever decide to work my ass off again is if I decide to get married or have kids. Then I'm gonna do it for them. But for me personally, I definitely am retired. So even though it might not seem like it, because I still I still podcast and I still blog, I'm not starting any new businesses. I only do these things because I actually like doing it. To be honest, they're just creative outlets and hobbies for me. I like sharing information. And I will continue blogging. I'll continue putting on podcasts. So don't worry, I'm not going to leave you guys. But as far as the business case studies and making money, go through my archives. I have 150 episodes of the podcast, and there's at least 100 different business models there. So not everybody needs to go the same route as me. Just because I made most of my money through dropshipping, you guys don't need to do that. Maybe you want to do it through Amazon FBA. Maybe you want to do it through creating an app. Maybe you want to do it through, something else. And there's all that information on Travel Like a Boss. But if you guys do have an nest egg and you guys want to start thinking about early retirement as well, listen to Invest Like a Boss. That is the new podcast, which I'm very excited about. I love investing. I've always liked the idea of it. I just never had the money to do it. So now that I do, I'm going to get more and more into investing as well. So that is it, guys. This is my last income report for, I don't know how long. I'll probably make some kind of report every single month still. I like these videos. I like talking to you guys directly. I like seeing how other people are doing as well. So please, leave a comment below with your income reports or your videos and let us know your updates. But I'm very excited just to take a break, just chill out, enjoy some retirement, enjoy all the hard work that I'm going to put out there. Make sure you go back and read through all the things I put out there. It's been 4 years I've been posting these things. I've been posting my income reports since July 2014. Go back, see how I started, so you can be like, okay, I'm at this stage right now. I want to get to this stage. How do I get there? I wrote 2 books. One's called 12 Weeks in Thailand The Good Life on the Cheap, where it was all about just traveling and enjoying yourself, living on a tight budget. My budget was $600 a month. So if you guys can make that, you guys can enjoy that life very easily, and especially if you're into scuba diving or Muay Thai like I was, or just traveling around. And if you want to know how I went from, making a couple $100 a month to making my first 30 grand, read the book Life Changes Quick. And that is where I talk about, setting goals, how to actually reach them, and how I actually, became the Thai millionaire. And now that I'm actually, I don't know, 50% of the way there to being an actual US millionaire, I think I should probably update the book, or not update that book, but write another book. But I think I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to chill. All the information is on here already, so you don't necessarily need it. I haven't really held anything back, so been very transparent with you guys. I showed you screenshots of everything I've been doing. Maybe some, like, emotionally, I've kind of held a couple things back. I've had lots of ups and downs with my health, for instance, getting out of shape. But none of that really matters that much for you guys. If you guys, want to get the most out of life, trust me, don't get out of shape. Don't, try not to go through any crazy breakups, because it really does set you back, mentally for a long time. But I think I'm finally at a good place right now where my relationships are good, my friendships, I'm traveling with a lot of good friends. I'm getting to do things I like doing, and I'm getting back in shape. I'm doing things I really enjoy. So life is going to be good, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. So expect more videos about just, mindset, health, happiness, travel, things like that. A little bit less about the actual business side of it. But go back in the archives, because all the business stuff is there. And subscribe to the blog if you want to hear more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.